So as always, timestamps exist in case you want to skip forward, but since you probably didn't hear it, because I usually say so in the other game that I play on this channel, essentially the past, well, now 24 to 36 hours, 24 to 36 hours ago, I was experiencing some trouble recording things, and so that's why, if you're waiting for another Against the Storm video, that one didn't come out. So that did mean I have to revert a save. Again, I do know how to back up my saves manually, and yeah, that I had to do that. So just to remind myself what I did. Now that kind of does mean I have an idea of how this settlement's gonna go, but either way, I think I was still planning to basically make the lumber mill, because I can make packs of trade goods. And whether or not I did a recording previously or not, I know you can make flour with mushrooms, so we're going to make flour for trade goods. And yeah, that's the plan. Because we're going to pick the trade hub cornerstone here. We could do over diligent woodworkers too, but we're not going to get as much from that. And we're not making any trade routes, or we're not using trade routes anyway. If nothing else, well, we'll see. We're on year 6, I just realized again. So really, we should be closing out this... we should be closing out this settlement soon, but boy, have I not gotten into it. That being said, that does mean I need to make another press, and then I need to make a lumber mill. Do I have enough for that? I'm missing cloth. Help. I am making cloth now, but the point is that I am unable to do everything I want to do at the moment. So, without further ado, let's get a move on, because it's not like we can do much anyway as we're waiting for this. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm gonna just put this lumber mill here, make a weird road. This does kind of hurt me a little, but we'll be fine. And then yeah, I do also have these other buildings I can make, but we're prioritizing what we need, although we can make incense as well, because I think this proto mushroom node is granting something that I can, yeah, insects and dye. Let me check that again. Yeah, so I can use insects for this, these incense as well, if I make this tea house, but then I need more people. So, and then yeah, we should push someone to blue resolve. It can, well, yeah, we'll push lizards for the moment. But we do want this lumber mill first, because we want to make sure we can make packs of trade goods. When the opportunity presents itself. Now, that being said, we are unable to use any stormwater, really, because then I'd probably have to man more cysts, or man more people in the blight building, and make more purging fire. Basically, manage, what am I doing? Rain punk a lot more, in general. But that being said, yeah, we're sitting on a bunch of mushrooms. We might as well use it. So we'll throw once this gets made, this press gets made, we'll toss everyone in here. And if and when we get newcomers in 3 minutes, we can make trade goods, because it's not like we're gonna get those trade goods immediately, anyway. And in fact, actually, no, there's not really much. So, yeah, we're gonna swap over, because while we could continue to make bricks and whatnot with the stones that we have, and we could, at this moment in time, we don't really need to use it. So with these newcomers, hopefully I should be able to fill this bathhouse. I should also be able to make incense for service goods, essentially. And then maybe scrolls, but the lumber mill is going to focus on other things instead, so... we could use oil if I want. I could also use dye, that's right. Because it's not like I'm making coats at the moment anyway, so... that being said, okay, so yeah, we did put... we did do things for the kiln. I don't know if I want to keep doing that. No, I probably don't. Jerky, on the other hand, is something I can make as well, but then I was planning... Yeah. I mean, if I'm selling trade goods... Because the thing is, whenever I try to split my settlement as I do here, it doesn't turn out well. But we can we can put these lizards in the kiln for the moment. I'm not using these insects right now, so we might as well make jerky with them. But anywho, yeah, and I do need to complete these orders as well. But one of them is probably not going to be complete in a while. Geyser pump upgraded. Really? Oh, 2 of them upgraded to 2, which means I would need to also make this one. Well, since we're already swapping to the other trade hub anyway, hey. Although, oh yeah, and also we keep burning oil. That's why our hostility's so low. So, with that being said, I could actually open this glade up now. Unfortunately, where is the thing? Oh yeah, well, it's a bit late. I do still want to open this small glade if possible, but I probably won't be. So yeah. Then we have 3 woodcutters camps going in tandem. And one of them is just sleeping here, so instead we do that. We can open up another dangerous glade, but again, I think with these newcomers, we're just gonna stabilize our settlement here really quickly. And with that said, let's also toss this trading camp here, because we should be able to complete this. Now, how many people are we getting? I want to go for numbers, essentially, so we're going to pick 3 lizards and 4 harpies. But we also are going to do this. So that should be activated now, and then we're going to toss everyone else in this bathhouse for the moment. Do I have anything? Yeah, I do, actually. So let's put another perk here, and let's put a garden somewhere. I could, at any moment now, I could swerve my settlement towards a bunch of other stuff, but for the moment. And then we should just continue making planks. There's no reason not to make planks here, basically. So they're going to alternate in between planks, bricks, and, well, fabric if possible. But we'll see what we actually do. We are getting water skins, so it would be in my best interest to make something else as well. So, yeah, with these things, we're probably going to run out of insects. What else do we have? Just use everything else, really. But I'm just trying to control things. We'll use wood here first. They have to bring all these ingredients, but I don't really mind at the moment. We can also make tea, so with these water skins, let's do that. We can also use dye and mushrooms for these. And then we have a bunch of clearance water, so yeah, we'll make tea with that. We'll primarily use mushrooms, actually, no herbs. And off we go. I could actually make 2 tea houses, by the way. I probably should make 2 tea houses at this point. And then we have a bunch of leather that we can make coats with. That would mean I have to take away my dye from somewhere, but I think I'd rather make a tea house. Yeah, I'd rather make a tea house instead. So we're going to just make another tea house. That does mean I want to do a swap here. And I know that there's a building that needs my attention. We'll hold off on that for the moment. And we will continue doing what we can. Yeah, so as you can already see, we're already out of dye. So that's what I meant by we're not really doing much else anyway with our stuff. So woodcutters camp. Yeah, you know what? We'll try to break into this glade before the storm starts. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. It's not like we're suffering from this creeping shadows effect anyway, so we can opt to open this glade up in the middle of the storm. I shrug in real life. But otherwise... So again, here I could just boost to blue resolve, but we're going to open a small glade anyway, so we should be fine. Because overall, I think we get a 6+ bonus once we open up this small glade. For 3 minutes anyway. Rip Stormwater, but that's to be expected because we were making a lot of jarke. I should be able to continue making that, but that's not what happened, is it? And funny enough, yeah, 2 of these. Well, they do have to walk a bit ways to the small warehouse. So you know what? We're gonna put another small warehouse here. We're gonna put a small warehouse here, and see what happens. How much trade goods? Okay, so yeah, we're making trade goods now. So again, we should be able to close out this settlement in due time. We should also be able to accept order at a certain point. Never mind, a stag appeared. Where are you going, by the way? Up into this dangerous glade. You know, funny enough, we can open this small glade as well, or this dangerous glade, so... Now, it's going to be a bit of a ways of a walk, but we'll make do with what we've got. And Farlov did appear, by the way. I would like Farlov to stay until I open up this glade, but I guess we'll find out. Otherwise, in the meanwhile, so this... Yeah, again, buying these cornerstones does not count towards my trade hub progress, I'm pretty sure. But in the meanwhile, I can instead... So, again, we will not be... Or, I haven't said again. But we will not be using stormwater for the kiln for much longer, is the plan anyway, so we'll just at least buy that much. But let's set up this stormwater, and then let's turn off this kiln, funny enough. Or in fact, we'll just completely turn off the kiln, because we need to do some other stuff. That being said, if possible, let's put a small warehouse here. So we are gonna cut into the buffs that we have. Oh, now we can't open up the thing unless I do this. So let's actually, never mind. No, we can still do it. No, we can't. Well, now let me just ask the question. I guess we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna open up this glade and see if, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because my hostility will be pushed up to 1 when I open this glade. But I'm wondering if the effect will hit me still. I guess we're gonna find out when this glade gets opened. But for the moment, we'll be fine. We need to prioritize this warehouse first, by the way. Farloff is about to disappear. Hopefully it doesn't. I know I'm kind of rushing into the stag. I really shouldn't, but hey, I could also... Yeah, so our hostility just dropped again due to, I believe, the... Also, I didn't check to see if that farm made use of everything, but let's see what happens here. So, we're gonna open up this glade. Let me take a quick look, because Farloff is thankfully still here. We need 6 purging fires and coats, which, yeah, that's not gonna fly. So, we will be buying stuff. The question is, I probably might just buy amber. These boots would also help as well, so funny enough, we'll turn off boot consumption. How much do I need? 30? 30 and 6 purging fires, which Farloff does not sell. So, instead of that, we'll buy all the boots still, but if we can grab coal, that'd be great, and then we'll just grab amber. Wow, that's not even enough. Alright, I guess we'll take fabric, because for some reason we're missing fabric here and there. We could take other stuff like salt for ingredients. I probably should do that instead. Yeah, you know what? Because I know I can use salt somewhere for a service item. And then we get reputation there. Oh yeah, that's right. Because the Queen's Impatience lowers, hostility will therefore increase. But let's see here. We can take brawling. That way we can buy training weapons if need be. Training gear, sorry. We can also set up the artisan to make scrolls instead. For Harpy Resolve, but then we need dye, which we have none of. So I'm actually going to reroll here. Could have taken the Explorer's Hut, but that's not what we did. So my next question is, do we have anything else? A bunch of berries from the thingamajiggy. But I think I just want to eat them. Yeah, I just want to eat those. We can also make pickled goods with the water skins we're getting from the proto-mushroom node. Otherwise, if there's anything that can really serve me well, yeah, I don't really see anything. Well, that's a shame. We'll spend 5 amber here. But after this, I don't want to spend any more. Water skins, yeah, I should have just taken anything. I mean, it's not like I'm really going to use these buildings, so all I really did was just toss away some stuff. Toss away amber. But we will take away a fox here. Put lizards in the thingy-jiggy as well, in the workshop, and let us start delivering. Now, we do need people to make purging fires, so let's, again, juggle some stuff here. Probably going to use coal, yeah, because we're still making use of a mine. We might as well use coal. We'll take we'll take both away from this tea house for the moment. That interrupts our tea, but we need this purging fire now, so we'll make 6. We'll probably need 6 anyway. Will the assists hurt me? No, not yet. Getting close though. And then we finally have our 4th cache if we need to use it. We have 2-star stone nodes again, which we could harvest stones, but hey. And you know what? Actually, let's take away all of our woodcutters at the moment because we need some free builders to make these warehouses. It would save some time. The resolve is unfortunately not going to stay at 25. Also, that's right. We need to make use of the stag. So, we'll release... I like releasing the stags. 25 amber and plus global resolve. Which essentially equals like half of a reputation point at this point. with Trade Hub if I use all that amber, but hey. And I think we can close this out in year 7, but we'll see. And yeah, they're using these Purging Fires to destroy the Siths instead, which is not what I want, but meh. So yeah, we should definitely be able to close this out year 7. Now, I didn't get any tools. I should have just broken all these caches open, but that's not what I did. Alternatively, buying tools would allow us to complete this settlement as well. So essentially, this is going to be a short video. But yeah, that's because, again, I was doing some recording earlier and, well, like a day ago at this point, or a day or two ago, and yeah, it did not turn out well. So yeah, this drastically cuts down the time because it takes about, 10 seconds for 7 seconds for them to reach this warehouse, whereas they just need to take a short second walk to this warehouse, if even that much. And let us, cut these trees, I guess, because they're closer. We don't have any roads here, but it should be fine for the moment. And yeah, we just need Purging Fires. I think we're using up, like, a lot of our coal. Where did we get all this coal again? I swear my coal was at 0 last I checked. Also, we're sacrificing wood, which I did not want to do anymore. So, yeah, because that's going to hurt my production into tea and incense here, but meh. Oh, that's right, and I don't have anyone in these marine collectors. Well, a bit too late now, but... Did I ever find a storm geyser? I think it's all clearance of water geysers, isn't it? It is. I guess we are staying at 20. It's because of the boots, question mark? Well, hey. +1 to meat consumption, but I really just took this for, other things. Do I need this kiln anymore? I'm not sure if I need this kiln anymore, as odd as that sounds to say. But anywho. Yeah, this is a really strange one. I mean, we can actually make a rain mill to make more efficient flour. I didn't mean to reroll there. Gosh dang it, me. Well, I guess we'll take the clan hall instead. I hit reroll thinking I was taking a building. I was not, but anywho. Either way, we should be able to close out this settlement soon. And if not, I will be really, really sad with myself. Yeah, because we're making a bunch of flour. We're making a bunch of flour. Are we even going negative on mushrooms? No, because we have 2 gatherers. Or we have 2 camps or 4 gatherers for this proto-fungus, proto-mushroom node. You get the point. You get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we can actually just speed this up. We don't need this cornerstone, but you know what? We can, because +1 to packs of goods sounds pretty cool. And we don't even need to make anything else, because we should be pretty much settled here. Yeah, we should be pretty settled here. We have 2 free builders, don't really need to use them for anything. And in fact, when this gets completed, this settlement will be finished. So, I mean, there's not much more to say. So, as we close out this settlement, not really much else. I mean, yeah, we continue to use Sacrament of the Flame, but there are going to be settlements in which I can't do that. So, hey, right? But let me actually make sure I don't accidentally go into year 8, because that would be nice if I could close out this settlement without going to year 8. In fact, I should just call this now, because we're gonna get when we get a point, impatience will drop anyway. So let's continue on with this. And in fact, when they do finish that event, I mean, we'll be done anyway. But you get the point. This settlement's done and over with. In fact, can I even buy 50 of these? No, I can't. Huh. I wasn't making as many. I mean, I could use amber instead, but it's not like I need to. I mean, even if I buy both of these, we'll have more than enough for everything else. So, I mean, we'll take as much as we can anyway, but you get the point. So, as we close out the settlement, not much to go over. Again, this is another Sacrament of the Flame map. Should I call it that? There's another phrase. There might be another phrase, an oil map, but those two work hand in hand. Like, you're sacrificing oil, which feeds into Sacrament of the Flame. Alternatively, I think there's one settlement in which I got a lot of coal through like a mine or two, and then just sacrificed coal instead. But you get the point. So yeah, then next would be the seal map. So let's go into the Smoldering City and find out what's going to be upgraded as we accept these deeds. Again, I understand if I applied, like, you know, the kind of knowledge retention in terms of even just 1 or 2 strategies to other games, then I would be doing a lot better, but I don't, because I like to usually just fly by and do what I do. That being said, what is my next in the middle? Greater embarkation range, but we're not level 12 yet, so we'll just continue to brute force, monkey brain, our upgrades. Actually, Hearth upgrades will help too, but you get the point. We're just slowly trucking along. So without further ado, yeah, the seal map is next. Now, what I'm going to be taking into there, well, I guess we can find out really quickly. So, we're also going to be a Prestige 3, so we get 6 cysts every 3 seasons in clearance. And yeah, we're probably going to go humans, harpies. Again, I just like taking numbers. I'm sure there are times in which you will not take numbers, but I don't feel this is one of those times. So, and then I have to get back into seal settlements again because it's been a while. It's been a while. So without further ado, yeah, we should be closing it out there. If you have anything to say, if you want to see more Against the Storm videos, some support is always needed that way. I mean, you know, motivation helps. But that's not going to be the largest determining factor in me doing it. It's going to be me. And if I don't mess up recordings because of setup issues. But yeah, without further ado, I won't take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching. Bye.